Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that can really take your Excel and Google Sheets skills up a notch, how to use the nested IF function. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know exactly how to grade a list of student scores efficiently and you'll understand the logic behind each step. Whether you're a complete beginner or just looking to refresh your memory, you'll walk away confident in using nested ifs for all sorts of tasks. Let's jump straight in. So imagine you've got a list of student names and their test scores in Excel or Google Sheets. Next to each student, you want to automatically assign a letter grade like A, B, C, D, or F depending on their score. Now you could do this manually, but let's be honest, that would take forever and leave a lot of room for human error, especially if you're working with a long list. That's where the magic of nested if statements comes into play. First things first, make sure your data is set up in columns, one for the student's name, one for their score, and a third column where your grades will appear. For example, Alice might have a 92, Ben has an 84, Carla's at 76, and so on. Off to the side, it's helpful to jot down your grading scale just so you don't lose track. 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, 70 to 79 is a C, 60 to 69 is a D, and below 60 is an F. Now let's talk about the heart of this process, the nested IF function. In the grade column, you'll enter a formula that checks each student's score and assigns a grade based on the range it falls into. Here's the formula you'll use. Equals if B2 greater or equal 90. A if B2 greater or equal 80. B if B2 greater or equal 70. C if B2 greater or equal 60. D. Let's break that down a bit. The formula starts by checking if that student's score in B2 is 90 or above. If it is, it gives them an A. If not, Excel or Google Sheets moves to the next if statement. Is it 80 or more? If yes, that's a B. If not, it checks for 70, then for 60, and if none of those are met, it gives an F. Think of it like a flow chart. The formula follows each branch until it finds where the score belongs. It's called nested because you're placing if statements inside one another, just like a stack of boxes fitting neatly within bigger boxes. Once you've typed in that formula in the cell next to your first student, hit enter. Don't be surprised if nothing happens right away except one grade showing up. That means your formula is working for that student. Now for the elegant part, select the corner of the cell with the formula so you see the little square handle. Click and drag this handle down the column to fill in grades automatically for every student in your list. This copies the formula while updating it for each new row, saving you tons of time. It's perfectly okay if this feels a little magical at first. If you run into any hiccups, for example, if you see all Fs or As, double check that your formula matches the score ranges correctly and you haven't mixed up any of the comparison symbols. And honestly, don't stress if you need to do this a couple of times to get it just right. Nested ifs are a foundational skill, and practicing them only makes you better. If you found this tutorial helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions at all, just drop them in the comments. I'm here to help. And of course, subscribe for more easy-to-follow practical tutorials just like this one. Thanks for watching and happy spreadsheeting.